Moving on for now, an eco-political crisis in Tibet unleashed by the Chinese could lead to havoc across South and Southeast Asia owing to reckless handling of Tibet's pristine and full lakes. China has unleashed a geological nightmare threatening the very stability of water resources for billions of people. Siling and Bange on the Tibetan Plateau are two lakes normally 4 miles apart. Now they have reportedly merged, potentially leading to ripple effects that could devastate ecosystems, water flows and political relations in the entire region. Let's break down why this matters. As per a report in the South China Morning Post, Siling, which is Tibet's largest inland lake, spilled over into the neighboring salt lake, Bange, for the first time in over 4,000 years. It's not a natural occurrence, by the way. This is not just simply down to the result of climate change. It's a direct consequence of China's failure to protect Tibet's delicate ecosystems. The massive water spill, fueled by rapidly rising water levels, is the beginning of what could become an ecological and geopolitical disaster. Researchers from the Institute of Tibetan Plateau Research at the Chinese Academy of Sciences recently published their analysis of the changes at Siling Lake. As per the study, 4 decades, Siling's waters have been swelling. In the 1970s, it spanned 1,640 square kilometers, but by 2023, it had grown to a staggering 2,445 square kilometers. That's nearly a 50% rise. 50% rise. This is not just the lake getting bigger. It's a warning sign of much bigger problems. The two lakes, which have been hydrologically separated for thousands of years, are now merging. And as per the researchers of the study, it could happen as early as 2030. So what does that mean in geological terms? As per experts, this is a warning sign of the potential destabilization of the Tibetan Plateau, a region often called Asia's water tower. This plateau is the source of major rivers that provide water to nearly 2 billion people. Similar to the lakes, if the river system flowing from the plateau also experiences disruption in the natural water flow, the impact could be far-reaching and devastating. Rivers including Indus, Brahmaputra, Yangtze originate in Tibet and flow through countries like China, India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Pakistan, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, serving as a lifeline in South and Southeast Asia. So we are not just talking about a localized problem. We are talking about the lifeline of Asia being tampered with in real time. There is also evidence to prove this, by the way. And to prove this ever-increasing worrying situation is unfolding, the team that conducted the study on the two lakes also observed unprecedented expansion in several lakes in the region. From 2017 to 2018 alone, they cited that 5 lakes in central Tibet saw their water levels rise by as much as 2.8 meters. Experts said that China's failure to control this rising water level could result in severe flooding downstream, affecting millions. It's a major concern. The merging of lakes disrupts natural river basins and could cause erratic shifts in the flow of water downstream. This is not just speculation, by the way. This year alone, Siling's overflow increased Bange's surface area by more than 10%. And according to projections, Siling's water levels could rise by another 16.8 meters by 2100. And if such a trend continues across the Tibetan Plateau, entire watersheds could be reconfigured. Let's just talk about the human consequences. Experts have said that China seems to be playing a rather dangerous game with water politics. The Tibetan Plateau is the source of drinking water for nations like India, Nepal, Bangladesh. If the rivers that flow from these lakes begin to dry up or change course, we are basically looking at a future where water wars could erupt. Tensions are already high between China and India, particularly over the Brahmaputra river. Imagine the chaos if that river's flow was significantly altered because of China's mismanagement of the Tibetan lakes. lives, livelihoods, and entire economies are on the line. In a world where water is becoming an increasingly scarce resource, control over these rivers gives China an enormous geopolitical advantage. But that advantage comes at a price, and it's a price the rest of Asia will definitely not be willing to pay. Geologically, this is not just about water levels. The entire Tibetan Plateau is undergoing rapid transformation due to climate change, but also reportedly due to China's continued exploitation of its natural resources. Reportedly, temperature increases on the plateau have been double the global average, with the region warming at a rate of 0.35 degrees Celsius per decade. These rising temperatures are melting glaciers and affecting precipitation patterns, pushing more water into the lakes and rivers. The rising waters in Tibet may be a slow-moving disaster, but the consequences could come crashing down like a tidal wave on the rest of Asia. As these lakes continue to rise, so does the threat to peace, security, and stability across the entire region. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.